Have you ever walked into a room, looked at your cat sitting beside your sleeping child, and felt something shift in your chest? That quiet certainty that this small creature would never let anything happen to your baby? You're not imagining it. And if you've lived with cats long enough, you already know they carry secrets we humans rarely talk about out loud. Stay with me, because what I'm about to share will change how you see them. Maybe you're sitting in your favorite chair right now, coffee going cold, a cat curled somewhere nearby. And maybe a thought has crossed your mind more than once over the years. That look they give you. That way they position themselves between you and the door. You've wondered if it means something. I'm here to tell you it does. After 40, we start noticing these things differently. We've learned that quiet loyalty speaks louder than noise. Here's what most people get wrong about cats. They think dogs are the protectors and cats are the aloof ones who only show up at dinner time. But anyone who has truly shared a home with a cat knows the truth runs deeper. Cats don't guard loudly. They guard silently. They watch. They wait. They calculate. And when something feels wrong in their home, they become a force you would never expect from such a small, soft animal. Keep listening. I want you to think back to a moment. Maybe a stranger came to your door, and your normally lazy cat stood frozen, ears flat, eyes locked. Stay with me, because in a few minutes, I'm going to tell you about a cat caught on a security camera, doing something no one believed a cat could do, and about another who saved a life on her very first night in a new home. These aren't fairy tales. They were filmed, they were witnessed, and babies trigger this instinct most of all. Why babies? That's the question that keeps coming up, and the answer is more touching than you'd guess. Cats read sound, scent, and movement far better than we do. A baby's cry, to them, registers as a signal of distress, almost like the cry of a kitten. Something in their instinct cannot ignore it, so they move closer. They stay near. They appoint themselves to a job nobody gave them. And they take that job seriously, day and night, without rest. I've heard stories that make the hair on your arms stand up. There's a documented case of a cat named Pudding, adopted from a shelter, who woke his diabetic owner during a seizure on the very first night home, nudging and sitting on her until she came to. And cats who refuse to leave a crib, pawing at parents until they check and find something wrong. We brush these off as cute. But what if our cats understand far more about life and death than we ever gave them credit for? Now, I'm not asking you to believe in magic. I'm asking you to believe in observation. Because if you've made it to your 40s, 50s, 60s, you've already learned that the world is fuller of mystery than the experts admit. You've buried pets. You've raised children. You've watched animals do things no textbook explained. And somewhere in your memory is a cat who proved that love and instinct can wear fur and walk on 4 silent paws. Think about how a cat moves through your house. Nothing escapes them. The creak of a floorboard at 3 a.m, the shift of a blanket, the change in a person's breathing. They notice it all. So when there's a baby in the home, a fragile new life that cannot speak or defend itself, the cat absorbs that duty into its quiet little world. It doesn't bark about it. It simply decides, this one is mine to watch. And here's the part that surprises people the most. Cats don't just watch the baby. They watch everyone around the baby. The new visitor who picks the child up too roughly. The dog who wanders too close. The grandparent who, bless them, forgets where they set the bottle down. The cat keeps a running tally of who belongs and who doesn't, who is gentle and who is careless. It builds a map of trust, and it defends the edges of that map fiercely. So before we go any further, let me ask you something. Have you ever caught your cat doing this? Sitting guard, refusing to move, staring at something you couldn't see? If so, you already know this video was made for you. Because we're about to go much deeper into the strange, beautiful, almost unbelievable ways cats protect the smallest members of our families. The stories ahead will stay with you long after this ends. Let's start with something science has only recently begun to admit. Cats hear frequencies far beyond our range. While you sleep through the night, your cat hears the baby shifting, the tiny hitch in a breath, the soft whimper before the full cry begins. To them, the nursery is never silent. It hums with information. So when people say their cat just knew something was wrong, they're not exaggerating. The cat knew because the cat was listening. There's a woman I read about, a mother in her late 30s, exhausted the way all new parents are. Her cat, a quiet orange tabby named Marbles, had never shown much interest in the nursery. Then one night, Marbles began howling outside the door, scratching, refusing to stop. She nearly shut him in the laundry room out of frustration. Instead, something told her to check. The baby had rolled into a position that blocked his breathing. Marbles saved him. Now, you might say that's one story, one lucky coincidence. But the more you look, the more these stories pile up from every corner of the country, told by people who have no reason to lie. Ordinary folks, grandmothers, truck drivers, nurses, people who swear their cats sense danger before any human could. And when enough ordinary people tell you the same impossible thing, you start to wonder if maybe it isn't so impossible after all. What is it then that cats actually sense? Part of it is sound, yes, but part of it is something harder to name. Cats detect subtle changes in scent that signal illness or fever. They feel shifts in body temperature. They notice when a person's movements slow or grow strange. Mothers have told me their cat clung to them during a pregnancy complication, days before the doctors found anything. The cat felt the change inside the body. The cat stayed close. I think this is why cats and babies form such a particular bond. A baby cannot fake a feeling. A baby cannot hide distress behind a brave face the way we adults learn to do. Everything a baby feels, it shows. And a cat, who spends its whole life reading the unguarded truth of bodies, finds in a baby the most honest companion in the house. There is no pretending between them. Just two creatures who feel the world directly, without the masks we wear. Have you noticed how cats choose where to sleep? It's never random. They pick the warmest spot, yes, but also the safest vantage point, the place where they can see the most and be surprised the least. So when a cat begins sleeping at the foot of a crib or on the threshold of a baby's room, understand what that means. The cat has chosen a post. It has decided this is the position from which it can best watch over what matters most in the home. And it isn't only about danger from outside. Sometimes the cat is watching the baby itself, the way a careful nurse watches a patient. There are accounts of cats who pressed a paw to a sleeping infant's chest, as if checking the rise and fall. Cats who licked a feverish forehead. Cats who refused food and water just to remain at a sick child's side. We call animals simple. But tell me, what is simple about a love that forgets its own hunger? Here's something to sit with. In many old households, long before baby monitors and smart cameras, the family cat was the night watch. Farmers trusted them. Mothers relied on them. There's wisdom in that older world we've been too quick to forget. We've replaced the living, breathing guardian with a plastic device that beeps. And maybe the device works fine, but it doesn't love the child. It doesn't choose to stay. The cat does. That's the difference. I want to be honest with you, though. Not every cat becomes a guardian. Some are indifferent, some are nervous. Just like people, cats have their own temperaments, their own histories, their own wounds. A cat that was hurt early in life may keep its distance. And that's all right. The protective ones reveal themselves in their own time. You cannot force it. You can only notice it when it happens, and feel grateful that it chose your family at all. So far, we've talked about what cats sense and why they bond with babies. But the deeper question is still ahead of us. How far will a cat actually go to protect a child? What happens when the threat is real, immediate, and dangerous? The answer is where this gets truly remarkable. where the soft house pet you thought you knew turns into something fierce and unforgettable. Stay with me, because the stories ahead are the ones you'll never forget. Let me tell you about a cat named Tara, because hers is a story the whole country watched. In Bakersfield, California, a 4-year-old named Jeremy was riding his little bike in the driveway when a neighbor's dog charged, clamped onto his leg, and began dragging him across the pavement. In a single heartbeat, this small house cat came flying across the yard, slammed into the dog, and chased it off. Tara never hesitated. She saw her boy in danger, and she became a storm. Think about what that takes. Tara weighed maybe 10 pounds. That dog, a Labrador and Chow mix, was several times her size, with jaws made to do damage. Any animal running on pure survival instinct would have fled the other way. But Tara ran toward the danger, not away from it. And that, right there, is the thing we so often forget about love. Real protection isn't about size or strength. It's the willingness to put yourself between the one you love and the harm. Little Jeremy needed 10 stitches that day, but he was otherwise fine, and he'll tell you plainly that Tara is his hero. The whole thing was caught on the family's security camera, and within days, the world had seen it. But here's what stays with me. That story isn't rare in spirit, only in being filmed. All across the country, in homes you'll never hear about, cats are making the same choice on a smaller scale, every single day. The courage is exactly the same. There was a family whose home caught fire in the dead of winter. Everyone fast asleep. The smoke detector somehow silent. Their cat clawed at the parents' faces, yowling, leaping from bed to floor and back, until they finally woke. By then, the hallway was filling with smoke. They grabbed the children and got out with seconds to spare. The cat had no reason to stay and wake them. It could have fled. It chose its family first. Let that settle in. What moves me about these moments is that the cat gains nothing. We humans, even at our most generous, often expect something back. A thank you. A feeling of pride. But the cat acts, and then walks away, curls up, washes a paw, as if nothing happened. There's a purity in that no metal could capture. It protected the child not for reward, not for recognition, but simply because the child was its own. Because love, for a cat, is not complicated. Now I know what some of you are thinking. My cat would never do that. My cat runs from the vacuum cleaner. And you might be right, on an ordinary day. But here's the strange truth. The same cat that bolts from a vacuum has been known to stand its ground against a coyote when a child was near. Fear of the mundane and courage in crisis live side by side in these animals. You simply never know which cat is sleeping inside your cat until the moment comes. There's a reason for this, rooted deep in how cats evolved. A mother cat will fight animals many times her size to defend her kittens. That maternal circuitry doesn't switch off just because the kitten happens to be human. When a cat adopts your baby into its sense of family, the same ferocious wiring activates. To that cat, your child is kin. And a cat will spend its own life before it lets harm come to its kin. That's not sentiment, that's biology. I find it humbling, honestly. We bring these animals into our homes thinking we're the ones doing the rescuing, the ones providing food and shelter and safety. And we are. But somewhere along the way, the arrangement quietly becomes mutual. They begin protecting us right back. The rescued becomes the rescuer. And we rarely even notice the moment it flipped, because cats never announce it. They just take up the duty and carry it in silence. Consider the elderly, too, for a moment, because many of you watching live alone now, or care for someone who does. Cats guard the vulnerable at every age. There are countless accounts of cats summoning help when an older person collapsed, refusing to leave their side, crying at a window until a neighbor understood. The instinct that protects the baby is the same one that protects the frail. Cats are drawn, always, to whoever needs guarding most. So we've seen the courage. We've seen cats face down dogs, fire, and worse than that. But courage is only one half of the story. The other half is gentler, and in some ways even more astonishing. Because protecting a child isn't only about the dramatic rescue in the driveway. It's about the 1,000 small, tender daily acts that go completely unseen. And that quiet devotion is exactly where we're headed next. You won't want to miss it. Picture a long afternoon. The baby is napping. The house is still. And there, beside the crib, the cat lies awake, eyes half open, ears swiveling at every sound. Hours pass. The cat does not leave. This is the part nobody films, the part that wins no awards. The simple act of staying, of choosing again and again to remain near the child instead of off chasing sunbeams. Most love, the real kind, looks exactly like this. Quiet, patient, present. Cats are masters of routine, and they fold the baby into theirs without being asked. They learn the feeding times. They learn the fussy hour of evening. They appear at the crib when the child stirs, sometimes before the parents even hear it. One mother told me her cat would come find her, lead her down the hall, and stop at the nursery door, every single time the baby woke. The cat had become a living alarm, tuned to one small heartbeat alone. And there's the matter of comfort, which we shouldn't overlook. A crying baby can calm at the sound of a cat's purr. That low, steady rumble, somewhere around the frequencies that soothe and heal, settles a restless child in a way that surprises everyone. The cat seems to know this. It will lie close and purr, deliberately, until the crying eases. Whether instinct or intention, the effect is the same. The cat offers the only medicine it has, and it works. I think about how lonely the early days of parenthood can be. The long nights, the bone-deep tiredness, the strange isolation of being awake at 4 a.m. while the whole world sleeps around you. And in those hours, who keeps the new mother company? Often, it is the cat, sitting on the arm of the rocking chair, watching with those calm, ancient eyes, saying, in its silent way, "You are not alone in this. I am here too. We do this together." As the baby grows into a toddler, the cat's job changes, but it never ends. Now there's a small human who pulls tails, grabs fur, toddles into furniture. And here's what amazes me. The same cat that would scratch any adult for half that treatment will sit there and endure it, tail twitching, patience stretched thin, but holding. Cats understand somehow that the baby doesn't know better. They extend a grace to children they extend to almost no one else. That grace has limits, of course. And that's part of the lesson, too. A good cat will warn before it ever harms. A flattened ear, a low growl, a paw raised with claws sheathed. These are the cat's way of teaching the child boundaries, gently, the way a wise elder corrects without cruelty. Children who grow up with cats often learn to read these signals, and in learning them, they learn empathy. They learn that other creatures have feelings too. There's a quiet education happening in any home where a child and a cat grow up together side by side. The child learns to be gentle, to be still, to pay attention to a creature who cannot speak in words, to respect a no that arrives without any language at all. These are not small lessons. These are the very foundations of a kind human being. And the cat teaches them for free, every day, simply by being itself and asking the child to meet it halfway. I once knew a man, a gruff sort, who swore up and down that he didn't like cats. His daughter brought one home anyway. Years later, I watched that same man fall asleep in his recliner with the cat on his chest, and his granddaughter tucked under his arm, both of them breathing slow. He never once admitted he had changed. He didn't have to. The cat had quietly rearranged the whole shape of his heart, and he was far too proud to say a word about it. This is the thing about cats and the families they protect. The protection flows in every direction at once. The cat guards the baby. The baby learns tenderness from the cat. The parents find comfort in the cat's steady presence. And slowly, Without anyone planning it, the whole household is woven a little closer together, threaded by the quiet work of one small animal who asked for nothing but a warm spot and the right to stay near the ones it loves. We've talked about courage, and we've talked about tenderness. But I've saved something for you, something that touches the deepest part of why these bonds matter so much, especially to those of us who've lived a few decades and learned how fast the years move. Because a cat's love for a child carries a lesson about time itself, about what lasts and what doesn't. Stay with me. What comes next is the heart of everything we've been building toward. Here's the hard truth we don't like to say out loud. A cat's life is short, far shorter than ours, and painfully shorter than the child it watches over. The kitten that curls beside the newborn will, if we're lucky, see that child through to the school years, maybe the teenage years. But it will not see the whole story. And the cat seems to understand this in some wordless way, pouring everything it has into the years it's given, holding nothing back. I think that's why their devotion feels so concentrated, so complete. A creature that lives fast doesn't waste its time on grudges or cool distance. It loves now, fully, today, without delay. There's a lesson in that for those of us already in the second half of our own lives. We've learned, sometimes the hard way, that the time we have with the ones we love is not endless. The cat knew this all along. It never needed to learn it. It simply lived it. There are children, now fully grown, who will tell you their earliest memory in the world is of a cat. The warm weight of it pressed against their back at night. The sound of its purr as they drifted off to sleep. They may not recall the cat's name clearly, or quite how it looked, but they remember the feeling. Safe, watched over, loved by something that asked for nothing. That feeling becomes part of who they are, shaping how they love others, and what happens when that cat is finally gone. Anyone who has ever buried a beloved animal knows the particular silence that follows. The empty spot at the foot of the bed. The food bowl you can't quite bring yourself to put away just yet. For a child, losing the family cat is often the very first real grief they ever know. But here, too, the cat teaches. It teaches that love is worth the eventual ache, that to have loved at all is the whole point. I've come to believe that the cats who protect our children are doing something larger than guarding against dogs or fires. They're standing watch over a season of life that passes so quickly we barely catch it. The baby years. The years when our children still fit in our arms. The cat is there for all of it, a silent witness, holding the memory in its steady eyes long after we've forgotten the daily details ourselves. It remembers what we lose. Think of the photographs scattered around your own home. How often is the cat somewhere in them? Tucked in the corner of the birthday picture. Curled beside the sleeping toddler. In the background of 100 perfectly ordinary mornings. We don't pose them there. They simply insert themselves into the record of our lives, into the very fabric of the family, until one day we look back and realize the cat was present for nearly every moment that mattered. There's a kind of trust that builds between a child and a cat that the child carries forever. The cat never lied to them, never broke a promise, never let them down in the ways people sometimes do. In a world that teaches children far too early, that trust can be broken. The cat offers something steady and true. It shows up. It stays. And that early experience of unbroken faithfulness becomes a quiet anchor the child can return to all their life. I've noticed something about people who grew up with a protective cat. They tend to carry a certain gentleness, a patience with creatures smaller and weaker than themselves, a willingness to watch over others without being asked. The cat planted that in them young, before they had words for it. And they pass it on, often without realizing where it came from, to their own children, and their children's children. Love like that doesn't end. It travels. So when you see a cat keeping watch over a baby, understand you're witnessing something far bigger than a cute moment. You're seeing a link in a chain that stretches back through every home that ever welcomed a cat to the hearth. The same instinct, the same quiet courage, the same patient love, handed down across thousands of years, animal to human and back again, asking nothing, giving everything, expecting only a warm place to rest its weary head. We're getting close now to the end of our time together, but there is still more left to uncover. Because beyond the courage, beyond the tenderness, beyond even the lessons about time, there is a final mystery to these cats. Something about how they choose us, how they decide which family to love and which child to guard over. And once you understand it, you'll never look at your own cat the same way again. Stay with me. The best of it is still ahead. Here's a question that has puzzled cat lovers for generations. Why does a cat choose one person over another? You've seen it happen. A room full of people, and the cat walks past every outstretched hand to settle in the lap of the one person who claimed not to like cats at all. There's a logic to it we don't fully grasp, but it tells us something. Cats are not won by effort or flattery. They are won by something quieter, deeper, harder to fake. When a cat chooses a child to protect, it's making that very same mysterious judgment. It isn't the loudest baby or the prettiest nursery in the house. It's something about the bond, the scent, the rhythm of that one particular family. The cat reads the room in ways we simply can't measure, and it decides, this is my place, this is my person, this small one is mine to keep. And once that decision is made, it holds. Cats are not fickle about what matters. I find a strange comfort in that. We spend so much of our lives trying to earn love, to deserve it, to prove ourselves worthy of it. And then a cat comes along and loves a helpless baby who has done nothing, achieved nothing, proven nothing at all. The cat loves the child simply for existing, for being there, for being its own. Maybe that's the kind of love we're all secretly hoping someone someday will feel for us. The kind that asks for no resume. If you're still here with me at this point in the video, I want to take just a moment to say something. I'd love for you to subscribe to our channel and come spend time with us every day. We're a small community of people who happen to love these animals the way you do, and there's room for you here. That's all. Now let's get right back to it, because I haven't yet told you the part that ties this whole thing together. Let me tell you about choosing. There's a notion, old as the hills themselves, that we don't really choose our cats at all. They choose us. The stray that showed up at the back door and simply never left. The kitten in the litter that walked straight to you while all the others scattered. Ask around, and nearly everyone has a version of this story. The cat picked them, and if that's true, then every protective cat guarding a child arrived by some quiet design made on its own side. I once had a neighbor, a widow in her 70s, living all alone after her husband passed away. A cat appeared on her porch one cold autumn, thin and watchful. She fed it just once, meaning nothing much by it. The cat stayed. When her great-grandchild came to visit, that cat would not leave the baby's side, not for a single instant. She used to say the cat had come to her precisely for that. I never once had the heart to argue with her about it. Whether you believe cats sense some larger purpose or not, the effect on us is real. To feel chosen by an animal is to feel something soften in a part of us we'd nearly given up on. Especially as we age, as friends move away or pass on, as the house grows quieter. The cat that chooses to guard our grandchild, or our child, gives us back a feeling we feared was behind us. The feeling of being needed, of mattering, of having someone to watch over. And maybe that is the secret hiding underneath all of this. The cat protecting the baby isn't only giving something away, it is also quietly receiving. It needs to be needed, the very same as we do. It needs a purpose, a post, a small life to orbit around. In guarding the child, the cat finds its own reason to rise each morning. We tend to think we're doing the cat a favor by taking it in. But the truth, as ever, runs in both directions at once. So when people ask me whether cats really make good guardians for children, I tell them the question is almost backwards. It isn't whether the cat is good enough for the child. It's whether we're paying close enough attention to see what the cat is already doing. The guarding has been happening all along, in plain sight, in 1,000 quiet ways. The only thing in question was ever whether we would notice it. And now perhaps you finally will. We've journeyed a long way together now, you and I. Through courage and tenderness, through the passing of time and the ache of loss, through the strange mystery of how these creatures come to choose us. But before we close, I want to gather all of it into one last truth. The one I truly hope you carry out of here and into your own home tonight. Stay with me just a little longer. What I want to leave you with is the most important part of all. Here's what I've come to understand after all these years of watching cats and the children they love. The protection was never really about danger at all. The dog in the driveway, the fire in the night. Those are the rare moments, the ones that make the news. But the true guarding happens in the ordinary hours, in the staying, in the watching, in the quiet, unbroken presence of a small creature who decided without being asked that you were worth it. And isn't that, in the very end, what all of us are quietly looking for? Not someone to save us from a burning house, though we'd surely take it if it came, but someone to stay. Someone to be there in the long, dull, tired middle of life, when nothing dramatic is happening at all, and we simply need to not be alone. The cat understood this before we ever did. It offered the rarest gift there is. Not rescue, just company. Just a heart beating nearby. So I keep thinking about that newborn from the very start of our conversation, the one with the cat sitting beside the crib. And I see now that the cat wasn't only guarding against what might come through the window in the dark. It was guarding the moment itself, holding it, saying in its silent way, "This is precious. This small breathing person is precious, and I will not look away. Be here too. Don't miss it. It passes faster than you know." We are always the ones who rush. We check the phone, we plan the week, we worry over 100 different things that may never even come. The cat does none of that. The cat sits beside the baby and is simply, completely, entirely there. And if we let it, that small animal can teach us the very thing we keep forgetting and relearning our whole lives. That this hour, right now, with the people we love close by, is the only hour we ever truly have. And here's something that genuinely surprised researchers. A cat's purr vibrates in a range between 25 and 140 hertz. And that very band is the one used in some therapies to help heal bone and ease pain. Think about that. The sound your cat makes against a sick child's chest sits in the same frequency we use to mend the body. We thought it was just contentment. It may be that the cat, lying close and purring, is doing something closer to medicine. If there's a child in your life right now, a son, a daughter, perhaps a grandchild, and a cat that quietly watches over them, I hope tonight you come to see it freshly. I hope you notice the way the cat positions itself, the way it simply stays, the way it has, without any fanfare at all, taken up the oldest and most faithful job there is. And I hope it reminds you to take up that very same job too, to watch over your own, to stay, to not look away. Now, I won't pretend cats are saints. The same cat that guards your child will also knock your reading glasses off the table at 6 in the morning and stare at you like you owe it money. That's part of the deal. But here's the thing. No one tells you when you're young. The years don't announce themselves as they leave. One day the baby fits in your arms, and the next, they're taller than you. The cat knew the whole time how short it all was. It lived accordingly. I won't pretend to you that I have it all figured out. I'm still learning, the very same as you are. But the cats have taught me more about loving well than most of the books I've ever read. They taught me that presence beats grand gestures, that loyalty is shown, never merely spoken, that you guard what you love quietly, completely, and you don't ask for thanks. If I can live even half as faithfully as the cat beside that crib, that will be enough. So tonight, When the house goes quiet and you find your cat in its chosen spot, watching over whoever it has decided to watch, I hope you'll pause a moment longer than usual. I hope you'll let yourself feel what that small, steady devotion really means. It isn't nothing. It's very nearly everything. It's the whole secret of a good life, demonstrated daily by a creature that never read a word about it, that simply knew it in its bones from the start. We're almost at the very end now, and I want to bring us home gently. Everything we've talked about together, the courage, the tenderness, the choosing, the time quietly slipping by, all of it leads to one last place. A single thought I want to leave resting in your mind tonight, something to carry with you to the chair where your cat waits. Stay with me for these final moments. Let's finish this the way it deserves to be finished. Together, you and I. There's a moment that happens in nearly every home blessed with both a cat and a child. It comes without any warning at all, usually late, when the long day has worn everyone down to nothing. You walk past a doorway and you see them. The child fast asleep, the cat awake beside them, and something deep in you goes still. You don't have the words for it right then. You just know you're looking at something true, something far older than yourself. I think about all the homes, all across this country, where this is happening tonight. Thousands of them. Cats in the dark, keeping their silent watch, while families sleep on, never knowing the full measure of what guards them. It's a quiet thing, an invisible thing, but it's real, and it's everywhere. And it's been going on since the first cat wandered close to the first human fire and decided, for reasons all its own, to stay and watch over us. We started this whole thing together with a simple question: whether the feeling you'd had about your cat, that quiet sense that it would protect your child, was real or only imagination. And I truly hope by now you know. It was never once imagination. You were seeing clearly all along. You were watching one of the oldest and most faithful bonds on this earth, unfolding right there in your living room, in the small shape of a cat beside someone you love. Before we part tonight, I want to ask 3 small things of you. If this video meant something, subscribe and follow along with us so we can keep spending these evenings together. Share this with 5 people who love their cats the way you do, the ones who'll understand. And then stay for one last breath, because I have a final thought, and I'd rather not rush it. It's the thing this whole journey has been quietly walking toward from the start. And one more thing, the one I honestly care about most. Leave me a comment, a real and honest one. Tell me about your cat, the one that guards your child now, or the one that guarded you once, long ago. I read them. They matter to me far more than you might know. And while you're there, tell me what you'd like us to talk about next. This channel was never meant to be me talking at you. It was always a conversation. So let's keep it exactly that way. So here's the very last thing I'll leave you with tonight. Go and find your cat. Don't make any fuss of it. Just sit down close to it, the way it so often sits close to the ones that you love. Be still for a minute or 2. Let the whole day fall quiet around the both of you. And as you sit there, think of all the watching it has done, all the staying, all the guarding you never once saw. Then give it the one thing it waited for. Just be present, because in the end, the cat beside the crib was never really teaching us about cats at all. It was teaching us about ourselves, about the kind of love that doesn't perform, doesn't boast, doesn't keep score, the kind that just shows up day after day and stays. We spend our whole lives searching for that, reading about it, longing for it. And it was curled up in the corner of the nursery the entire time, purring softly, asking us only to look. The baby will grow, the cat will age, the years will do what years always do, and one day all of this will be a memory, soft and golden, the kind that catches you off guard on a quiet afternoon. but the love won't vanish. It will have done its work. It will have shaped a child into someone gentler, a home into someplace warmer, a life into something a little more worth living. That is what the small guardian leaves behind. That is its quiet legacy. I'm grateful you stayed with me through all of this. Truly. There's something rare about spending this kind of time together. You out there, me in here, and somewhere between us, the memory of every cat that ever watched over someone small and helpless and dear. They asked for so little. They gave so much. The least we can do is notice. The least we can do is remember them and love the ones still with us while they are still here to be loved. So go on now. Your cat is waiting somewhere in the house, in its chosen spot, keeping its watch the way it always has. Go sit beside it. Say nothing. Let the evening settle. And somewhere in that silence, you might just feel it, the oldest agreement there is. I will watch over you. You will watch over me. And neither of us will look away. Good night, my friend. Hold the ones you love a little closer tonight. The cat already knows how. Now you do too.